Hello everyone, this is Chris. In this video, I'll explain what B18 really is. Not from a price or token angle, but from a system architecture and stability perspective. Let's get started. B18 is an on-chain financial infrastructure built on top of the B4626 on-chain banking protocol. It is designed to replicate core banking functions on-chain, including deposit management, interest cycles, treasury control, settlement, and eventually real-world payment. So B18 is not a single DeFi product. It is a banking abstraction layer. Under B18 sits B4626, the underlying banking protocol. B4626 provides the fundamental engines, time bank accounts, interest calculation, cyclic products, settlement logic, and treasury stability layers. You can think of B4626 as the operating system and B18 as the banking application layer. At the center of B18 is the time bank. Time bank consists of three product types: treasury bonds, LP bonds, and B18 staking. These are not isolated yield tools. They are designed to form a closed capital cycle, where capital enters, circulates over time, and exits through settlement. Treasury bonds are fixed income cyclic products. Their primary function is system stability, not yield maximization. 100% of the USDC from treasury bonds flows directly into the system's stability pools, strengthening reserves and withdrawal capability. LP bonds are designed to build protocol-owned liquidity. Instead of relying on users to constantly provide LP, the protocol gradually controls its own liquidity. B18 staking, on the other hand, is a time-based participation mechanism tied to protocol earnings. B18 staking is not traditional yield farming, and it is not designed as a standalone reward mechanism. Staking in B18 means placing assets into the time bank layer to participate in the system over time. Instead of generating yield in isolation, staking rewards are derived from protocol-generated earnings and are accumulated through a time-based participation model. In other words, staking aligns users with the long-term operation of the system rather than encouraging short-term liquidity behavior. Stability Treasury and Sync Pool Pro. The Stability Treasury absorbs long-term systemic risk. Sync Pool Pro handles short-term volatility in real time. Together, they form a dual-layer stability architecture. The 3-3-4 mechanism is often misunderstood. It is not a profit distribution rule, and it does not operate continuously. It is only triggered during settlement when treasury outflow exceeds inflow. Only a controlled portion is used per cycle, preventing overreaction or inflation. Let's look at the future scalability of B18. This section is not a roadmap in the traditional sense. It describes how B18 is designed to export its banking capabilities outward over time. Compliance bridges, fixed income RWA models, BankFi outputs, automated wealth management agents, and global payment expansion are all extensions of the same core system. The key point is this: B18 is not built as a closed product. It is built as a banking infrastructure that can be reused, integrated, and connected across protocols, institutions, and real-world financial networks. Scalability here does not mean adding features. It means expanding where the system can operate. Now let's briefly talk about UCard. UCard is the execution layer of the B18 system. It allows on-chain earnings to be used directly in the real world without exiting the system or relying on off-chain settlement. From payments to transfers and cross-border usage, all transactions remain auditable and settled on-chain. UCard closes the loop from on-chain participation to real-world consumption. In this part, I want to focus on how B18's economic model is structured, specifically how issuance is controlled, how yield is generated over time, and how incentives are aligned through clear, rule-based mechanisms. This is not about upside storytelling. It is about economic discipline. Let's start with the token model. B18 has a fixed initial issuance of around 10 million tokens with no additional minting. Over time, the system is designed to gradually reduce circulating supply, targeting a much lower long-term level. Buy-side and sell-side slippage are set at low single-digit percentages, and importantly, these fees are not extracted as profit. They are redirected back into community and protocol operations. This creates a non-inflationary base, where supply pressure decreases rather than increases over time. Next are treasury bonds. Treasury bonds are cyclic fixed income products, but their primary role is not yield maximization. Each subscription follows a minimum threshold, and the key point is that all contributed stable assets flow directly into stability pools. This means treasury bonds act as a pure reserve building instrument, strengthening the system's ability to handle withdrawals and stress scenarios. LP bonds serve a different purpose. They are designed to gradually establish protocol-owned liquidity instead of relying entirely on external liquidity providers. When users subscribe to LP bonds, the contributed capital is split between liquidity provisioning and treasury reserves, following a clear, predefined ratio. This ensures that market depth improves, while capital safety is maintained at the same time. B18 uses time-based yield cycles. Shorter cycles offer lower daily returns, while longer commitment periods offer higher daily rates. Instead of aggressive compounding, earnings are released linearly over time, with optional acceleration mechanisms for users who choose longer lockups. This design rewards patience while avoiding uncontrolled exponential growth. Exiting the system is also rule-based. Users can choose different release speeds, but faster exits require higher repurchase or adjustment ratios. The exact percentages vary by release option, but the principle is consistent. Liquidity speed has a cost. This protects the system from sudden capital shocks and discourages purely short-term behavior. Finally, contribution earnings. B18 uses a level-based system with multiple contribution tiers. Higher levels require both capital commitment and community contribution, and unlock progressively higher shares of protocol earnings. Performance rewards are released over longer periods, ensuring contributors remain aligned with the system's long-term health. This turns incentives from passive rewards into performance-based participation. This economic model is intentionally conservative. It prioritizes controlled issuance, predictable yield, disciplined exits, and contribution-driven incentives. It is not designed to move fast. It is designed to last. That's the system behind B18. I hope this explanation helped clarify how it's structured and why it's designed this way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on chain.